That way I can make use of it. Okay. Now what land? There we go. It's the same dungeon. It's the same dungeon, people. Let me activate this one. Connection. Disconnection. Don't tell me there's again the disconnection there. There we go. No, I love it. What I love the most is that now people without kind of like perfect internet connections for 1080p can lower the quality of the stream. That should have been like kept for everyone, because otherwise then it's quite limiting for example, Ambra mentioned it to me that from time to time, since it was only at 1080p, it forced like some disconnections for him. He mentioned it to me. In that sense, that's a terrible thing, yeah. If you think about it, people, that's a terrible thing, because it forces the the connection of anyone watching up to 1080p, and that is because then otherwise I would people please understand that in that case you can choose a lower one. I could have chosen a lower one, for example, but until the account changed, until you precisely what's this? Till precisely you hit affiliate, but yeah, it would look pixelated if I had I chosen anything other than it's this guy than 1080p. Oh, look at that! What a face! That is look at that shit, people. Should you wish to gain entry to the Cradle of Death, you must return the defiled souls of the dead to where they belong. Defeat the temple mummies, torn from death's very grasp. Close. Place a crystal coin in the enter of the temple. Okay, let's go. Oh, this must be part of the other quest. Let me use the... That guardian is so stupid there, it's attacking a wall. Look at that, people. Let me use these thingies, the crystals. This one doesn't make any sense. To add some resistance to fire, I guess. It's better than nothing, and it clears up the inventory as well. 6% of resistances, 6%, 6%, 6 points of resistance. The flawed ruby, hell if I remember that one. Hell if I remember that one. I was lost with that thing during the first part of the game. Constantly there. And a magic resistance. Or resistance, well, the magic resistance, I don't care. Just I'd rather use them to clear space of the inventory, you know, people. Armor value, I don't know. Here. Oh, this one. One final one here. Oh no, it's full. It's full. I'm using them all. Here, this one. This one in that sense. Good. 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 Oh. I think my gear is also outdated. That looks good. Okay. Can I grab the quest items, people? There we go. Bring temple mummy souls to the protector of the Cradle of Death 3. Alright. Entry requirements. 1 key cradle. Hang on a second. Find the portal to the Cradle of Life. Interesting. Alright. Alright, people. We cannot enter the dungeon. So then let's do the other quest. It has to give us the key to enter that dungeon. Okay, sorry, I got a bit caught up in deducing which quests to do. In that sense. Okay. There we go. There should be a way to open that stupid door. Let me check on the map. Maybe I have to talk. Wait, because maybe I have to talk to the. I have to finish the dialogue with that entrance guard to get access to that shit. Wait, hang on a second. Hang on a second, people. Hang on a second. Hang on, because then I have to. Then I will have to return and maybe in that sense it was that. And maybe I have to go back. You. Deliver temple mummy souls. You returned the souls of the dead to Mortis. They were stolen from their graves and now their very existence mars the Cradle of Death. Yeah, it's there. See, people. Told ya. Then let's do the other quest as we were doing. Here, let me enter. Quit bothering. Let me enter. Let me enter. There. It has more. What the fuck? There. Okay, there we go. I had to scroll down. Couldn't see it. The objective. There we go, people. There we go. Let's get there. But well, to wrap up the economic analysis of the game, basically, sorry, I got caught up with with dealing with the mobs there. Oh, Silent Guardian. He doesn't attack you. Oh, this is interesting. And hey, this is a nice touch that they rotate looking at the player, huh? This wasn't that common back in 2010. Nice trick that they did to add kind of like a bit of realism to it. Hey, what I was mentioning previously about the graphical influence on the gameplay mechanics, see how dark this zone is. I can barely see shit. I can barely see anything at all there. I can barely see anything at all. Anything at all. In that sense. Perfect influence of the graphics quality on the gameplay mechanics, huh, people? Quite well done in that sense. Quite well done. See how dark it is. Imagine the projectiles from before. One can barely see anything. What the? This is like the River of Souls in ancient Greece, people. Like in Titan Quest, you also have this. Whoa. Click to place the crystal skull on the altar. Speak to the ferryman. Oh, nice zone. I'm loving this zone, huh? I'm loving this zone, people, in general. All of the dungeons that it has. Because it makes it so the player... So it's difficult to spot for the player where the attacks are coming from, in that sense. To life and death. This place is dedicated to Mortis, the god of death. A place where the Tayas and Lor'Tac once worshipped him together. But the Lor'Tac turned their backs on the gods, and now they serve others, Nefertari and Baelor, son of the dragon, brother of Agathon. Serve Mortis will, and we can avoid this danger together, okay? Just as it was 2,000 years ago, the two worlds are falling, they are falling out of balance. As is life and death. To restore balance, you must cause the River of Souls to flow once more. See, I knew it's a Greek legend, people. That's what they used to think in ancient Greece about what happened when you died. In ancient Rome, it was different in that sense. In ancient Rome, you would drop wine on the tomb of the person, thinking that he was somehow still there drinking it, in that sense. It was the fierce, shrieking fiends that laid waste to the river, so I am curious to see if you can undo their damage. Succeed or fail, you must return. Alright. Defeat all enemies at the Blood Falls. Alright, we cannot take the boat immediately. Alright, to wrap up the economic analysis of the game, people. To wrap up the economic analysis of the game. To wrap up the economic analysis of the game. The economic analysis. And the reward punishment system of it. I think that overall is quite good. The fact that it lets the player choose. Is quite innovative. Is quite unique that the player can choose in the psychological reward punishment system between paying the cost of opportunity of going back into the dungeon or just paying Underman, or having or I don't know, in that sense using the spirit stones to revive, but this is still an economic punishment because they cost money. In that sense, they cost gold for the game, in the in-game economy, in that sense. So yeah, pretty much. I think it demanded quite a lot of ingenuity, because back then the usual reward punishment system of the game was, as I've said, just going back to the zone in which you were killed, like going back to your corpse, pretty much like World of Warcraft, or quest guidance complete. Adjust the soul abyss to bring the River of Souls back in flow. Alright. So yes, in terms of the rewards, I think the game pretty much makes a mistake forcing the player to I think Jacob mentioned that it was like 6 hours roughly. Yeah, Jacob mentioned roughly 6 hours. 6 hours of farming if you are not doing it like I did with the invaluable help of district, of course, always. If you don't do that, then it's 6 hours of farming, roughly, Jacob mentioned, like the pacing of the experience system of the game and its influence on the economic system, pretty much. What I do think is extreme is, as I said, tying the progress of the main quest to the game itself, in that sense, to the experience system of the game itself. I would have let the player progress through that. As for the economic system, so far, I honestly, besides expanding the inventory, we are lacking this detail. Then I will ask it. I'm lacking the detail as to what's the use of the undermant, the gold, the silver, the copper, etc. Besides expanding the inventory, in that sense. Besides expanding the inventory. In the Temple of the Dead, 1 out of 6. I should have put my money on you, mortal. By the looks of it, you will restore balance after all. I heard you defeated Nefertari. You know, she was the first human... woman, what? Yes, she fled with her people from the dragon and they found their way to Lor'Tac. She pled for refuge, but Artaia refused and sent them away. This all happened in what's known as the Age of Fear. This human woman, she had her revenge all right. It's a legendary tale. If you want to hear the rest, you'll have to impress me. I wonder if it's related to the second game in the series that we didn't play. The river is even dry down at the old battlefield. Find out what happened there, so that death carries the weight it deserves. Mortis serves as an important role in life, even if you mortals do not want to accept it. Alright. Adjust their soul abyss to restore the River of Souls at the old battlefield. In that sense. Ooh. Alright, so to wrap up the economic analysis of the game, basically, I think it's quite good. I think it exaggerates the part of the experience a bit, like the farming required is a bit grindy and exaggerated, derived from, well, the final point that I wanted to make, precisely the influence of South Korean isometric action RPG, MMORPGs like Lineage 2 and the like, in that sense. So where is it? Speak to the Ferryman about the second soul abyss. Oh, that's it? It was that one. We restored the balance. I don't think so. I couldn't interact with that object. The soul abyss has been destroyed? I thought so, people. When I could interact with the object, I said, that is not working. The shrieking fiends did more damage than I anticipated. That's fine. Even they will meet their maker someday. In the meantime, find the eyes of the soul abyss to help the spirits flow again. Be sure to lead them to the altar. Okay. Collect the soul abyss eyes from Horizon Temple. Mummy scene, Nowell's land. Okay, did it change? No, it changed the quest. Wait. If I had a body, I would restore the River of Souls myself, but instead I have to rely on you, immortal. Great. Alright, wait, I think it's the main quest there, that one. Find a portal to Cradle of Death. This one is giving me much more experience, so we'll do these ones today. That I don't know how much these improved experience will last. So yeah, the fact that they tie loot and an extra experience to events, it's quite terrible, if you ask me. That's the negative part of the economic system of the game. Because since it's so extrinsic that it depends on the loot, the base stats that you have, it depends on the base stats that you have. Sorry, the loot determines the base stats that you have. The other way around, as it is extrinsic. The fact that they tied the loot, what they were telling me about the Winter Cape and everything, tied to timed events. Wait, tied to timed events, that they depend on timed events to get the specific loot and everything. It's terrible because it like makes people play at a specific times of the year instead of having like a constant opportunity to get the hang on, there we go. A constant opportunity to get the experience of getting loot from the game. In that sense, the experience from getting loot from the game. There we go. Why are you trying to attack there? What is that? That guardian trying to attack? Here. What a weird range. The guardian has kind of like an infinite detection range in that sense, people. There we go. Nice, nice, nice. So yeah, to wrap it up, the economic system of the game could have been better because of the flaws that I mentioned, because the pacing is a bit distorted because of being tied to the experience system and the extrinsic aspect of it that you have to loot, and the fact that they are tied the seasonal events that tied seasonal events that the game that the developers are implementing for the game. There we go. Should be right here. There we go. So yeah, pretty much, people. Pretty much. River of Souls is flowing again. Lead the River of Souls to the Altar of Death? What? Oh, don't tell me it has a nice puzzle to guide the flow there. Oh, here. No, it was just clicking that. It would have been a cool addition though, huh, people? Would have been a cool addition. In the Temple of the Dead, the river is flowing again by the old battlefield. Okay, listen up. I'll only tell this story once. The Nefertari tried and failed to defeat the dragon. so she joined forces with him. She harnessed the power of the World Heart to give him two sons, Agathon and Baelor. She used her newly gained power to exact revenge. She lured Artaia into a trap and bound her to the spot with thorns and vines thick enough to keep a goddess alive. Since then, Artaia has become irrelevant to all but the people of Lor'Tac and the forest. The River of Souls is no longer flowing at the soul downfall. If you truly want to restore the balance of life and death, adjust the soul abysses here. There. Only then can Mortis's powers grow. Adjust the first soul abyss at the soul downfall? Alright. There we go. Over there. See, people, what I was mentioning before? See how dark this zone is? See how dark it is? See how dark it is? You can barely spot where the attacks are coming from. The other day, I was finishing playing. Not finishing. I haven't finished it. Xenoblade Chronicles. What an amazing game. Xenoblade Chronicles. Absolutely amazing. So perfectly. It's incredible that a Japanese game, I would cite it as one of the inheritors of the formula of Star Wars: The Republic in that sense. Not the formula of Star Wars: The Republic, of Knights of the Republic, because it definitely, it definitely feels the same. Like, I love the combat system of Xenoblade Chronicles. Contrary to most Japanese games, instead of being like slow turn-based, like slow turn-based, it's more fast-paced in that sense. I love it. I love Xenoblade Chronicles a lot. How it's turning out to be, the gameplay mechanics and everything. So yeah, pretty much if I had to say, people, the economic system of this game of Drakensang Online would, if you ask me my 2 cents, it would benefit greatly because it would add a lot of versatility. First, the point that I made about it having an auction house, for example, so players could could exchange loot between each other. I think it would revitalize it a lot, and it would eliminate the component of randomness of loot, because that's the definitive problem that I would spot as the main issue if I had to draw a conclusion. The thing is that when you have a game in which players cannot interact with each other economically, like selling stuff to each other, because of that, you are limiting the experience. You are limiting the experience, the versatility, and the interactions that the players can have with each other. In that sense, when you create a character here, you are limited to that vary to the loot that that very character can get. You know what I mean? In that sense. But in the other case, with an auction house, maybe if a player farms a lot of money, he can make up for the amount of time he would have spent. Um, Trying to farm that specific piece of equipment that maybe doesn't drop. Because of bad luck or whatever. So yeah, I would have done that, even though most of you probably think that that an auction house would end up terribly for this game. I would have established the experience system a bit more streamlined, because it's true that there are spots in which the player just cannot progress, and in my case I do it for the sake of the stream. But if I were playing offline, like Jacob mentioned, it would have taken like between 6 hours or 8 hours of extra farming, like on my own, just to progress through the main story. That should be at least a bit more optional. And then, in terms of the cost of opportunity and the reward punishment system of the game, definitely this game would have had a huge benefit. I love the system that Sacred 2 implemented, which is having an internal clock in which you loot exponentially more money as you stay alive, if you know what I mean. Like, the more you stay alive. I can feel it, the river is flowing at the soul downfall again. Alright, mortal, you've earned another story. This one's about Baylor and his brother Agathon. Baylor felt his brother betrayed him, you see, and this is when he began to hate all things living. In fact, this hate is still so strong, it motivates his every action. His plan now is to use the world heart to meld the two worlds together and rule over the world of the living and the dead. This is quite similar to the argument of the final season of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. I love that. Highly recommend you check it out. I don't know how many of you like Yu-Gi-Oh! GX in that sense, people, but the final season of it is absolutely brilliant, if you ask me. I love it deeply, extremely deeply. I love the final season of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. I deeply love it. Deeply love it. Okay. There are creatures gathering at the Skull Pit to keep you from finishing what you've started. Restore the River of Souls at the Skull Pit and Mortis' powers will grow. He will be placed with you, and not many mortals can say that. Defeat the Arisen Temple Mummies at the Skull Pit. Let's go there, people. And let's go there. There we go. Okay. Adjust the Soul Abyss to the Skull Pit. Speak to the firm. Then I want to check where in the world map of the game I am. You know, because we should be beyond Lor'Tac. This is good because like this I'm farming the experience I require to not be at a disadvantage, I guess, once I get to the final boss of the game, I presume. I know. I think Umbra mentioned that it was this one, this Mortis. I think it is. Could be it's this one of the final story. in the Temple of the Dead. Well done, mortal. Mortal. You can say, you know, that the English pronunciation, the British one, is mortal with the T accentuated, and the American one is mortal. Like, see the difference. See how accentuated the difference is in that sense between mortal and mortal. Mortal, 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 like with the T, and mortal, mortal. Quite different. Mortal, like that. That would be more American. Mortal instead of mortal. That would be British, accentuated British. Well done, mortal. I can feel Mortis's powers cursing through this entire temple. I think you deserve another story. Oh, he. This is like Descartes. I can see the influence of Diablo 2 in here. This one is like Descartes Canes. Like Descartes Kane. In Path of Exile, there's also this something similar to this, and in Titan Quest, well, it's constant because at every town that you arrive, you always get like um, you always get at every town that you arrive, you always get like a story, a mythical story about whatever you are um, pretty much uh, dealing with in that sense. There we go. Sorry, I was checking that. I think the lag went away. It was a problem of Twitch in that sense. The lag went away, definitely. Well done, mortal. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, his revenge, of course. The River of Souls is dry in the Chamber of Silent Screams as well. Those fiends adjust the soul abyss to increase the power. I think I'm getting the drill by now, people. I think I'm getting the drill. I'm getting the drill by now. I think I'm getting the drill. I think I'm getting the drill here. There we go. Sure. Oh. Hey, nice sound. There. At least they made the sounds perfectly fine. Here we go. Speak to the ferryman again. Thanks to you, mortal, the balanced life and death will soon be restored. Story time. Baylor remained in the underworld for 2,000 years, where he changed drastically and subjugated all the creatures there. Nefertari helped him break the seal between worlds, and legions of his followers then introduced Drakania. His power is fearsome, and his scorn for Agathon's heirs, that is to say mortals, is intense. Go to the Chamber of the Watch and to finish what you began, thereby coming closer to destroying Baylor himself. The sons of the dragon and their quarrels are bringing chaos and destruction to Drakenia. What is done can no longer be undone. The portals between worlds are broken. Oh, this is quite similar to the argument of the first game in that sense. I just saw lobbies to the Chamber of Watch. Okay. There we go. People. Almost there. There we go. there. Good. What's that? Book of Condemnation? What? I think I looted a good one. Book of... What the fuck? This is a legendary and it deals less damage? Besides, the books used to deal more damage than the other ones. Than the orbs. Weird. Quite weird. Double-handed, no. Never mind. Never mind that one. There we go. Nice. Adjust a second solar beast in the chamber of the watch. The third solar beast. Okay. There are several of them. Tank. There we go. Perfect, people. Perfect. Let me check. Give me 1 sec. I need to check the stream. There we go. Perfect. There we go. What the fuck? That one? Later, Protector of Death. That's quite straightforward, people. You did, immortal. You restored the delicate balance in the Cradle of Death. Mortis will return to this world and, perhaps, take care of Baylor. Then again, maybe not. At any rate, your job is done. Speak to the shaman Lor'Tac in the Wise in Yattlepetal. Petal. But wait, we had another quest. Hang on. There we go. You find the portal to the Cradle of Life. There we go. Find the portal to the Cradle of Life. There we go. Let's do the other quest. Then we can return to town. There we go. I will never understand why they haven't fixed that. They haven't fixed that. That animation when you try to mount. Why is it that the animation when you try to mount does that shit that like it tries the first time and only in the second one it works? In that sense, I hate it. I hate it. I hate that because it's absolutely terrible. In that sense. Hang on a second before I forget to hang on a second because maybe I can. Yes, perfect. I can follow David from here. There we go. There I follow him from here. Perfect. In that sense, perfect. I think it worked. I think there it worked. There it worked. It should tell me there. Perfect. There is the same. Let me manage that because I used to do that after the stream. There we go. Perfect. 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 There we go. Amazing. There we go. And good. 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 Perfect. Magnificent. In that sense, magnificent. I think it worked. Good. That way, I like that. That's how I then I take duties off my mind. How I take duties off my mind. Like leaving them already like that. Hey, I think I don't have any essences assigned. Assigned there. There we go, there we go. Magnificent. Perfect. Speak to the protector of the portal to the Cradle of Life. Do you seek entry to the Cradle of Life? You must bring Artaya the heads of her enemies. Hunt the shrieking fiends who scoff at the power of life. Okay. Collect 3 shrieking fiends' heads at the portal of the Cradle of Life. Sorry, people. There we go. Nice. Nice. Magnificent. I think I looted them all. No, only one. 1 out of 3. So to wrap it up, basically the economic system of the game, I would say, could use some tweaking. The reward punishment system, the fact that it lets you choose, it's honestly a unique design. And for the hypothetical optimal scenario, I would have added the style of Sacred 2. In which there's an internal clock system which shares an internal clock system. That exponentially increases the loot, and I would have let the players interact with each other in that sense. In that sense, I would have let them interact with each other. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Magnificent, people. Offer the heads. We offer him the heads, people. Ataya is pleased with your offering. The existence of shrieking fiends mocks the natural order of mocks the natural order and power of life. Okay. It's just a dungeon. Enter the Cradle of Life. Okay. Perfect. There we find Artaya's guardian at the entrance of to her sanctum. Artaya's guardian to set the key to the sanctum. Very, very, very well. It's incredible. In that sense, people, I was mentioning the influence of the graphic quality on the gameplay mechanics. I like how dark all of these dungeon zones are. I was mentioning it before. But just so you have an idea, pretty much. Where's that is? Why is this not assigned? I ran out of it? Or whatever. We'll assign this one just in case. Ah, look at that. Besides, I'm cleaning up the inventory. Good. Good, good. Double win for us there. Didn't I assign this? Ah, no, but I changed the... Okay, it was... I assigned them to a different... True, I switched then the gear there. I switched the gear there. I love how this game is designed so you use your stones immediately as you do that. Immediately as you get them there. Magnificent there, perfect. Magnificent, there we go. I love how dark this zone is because it basically blocks. It prevents the player from telling where the attacks will come from. In that sense, in a lot of cases. Shit. There we go. What the? Artaya's Guardian. Yeah, it's this one. What? Fuck. Oh, I remember this one. This one was like at the beginning of the game in the third chapter that she was in great prone. Balance of Lieutenant. Yeah. I remember this. We need to read it like in an ominous way, people. Nefertari, the ancient threat, had returned. Thou hast slain her. Howbeit, she is but a harbinger of a far graver danger. It is true, Baylor hath come back. Their interest is in the word heart. With his power, he is trying to meld the two worlds of the underworld and Drakania into one. If we stand idly by, all that is Drakania will wither and die. Okay. The delicate balance of life and death had been rent asunder. Restore this balance to gain entry to the world heart again. When life bloometh into death, Yotl will grant thee passage, mortal. Nourish the seed that it may flourish. So that it may flourish, I would say there, but well, no worries. No worries in that sense. What's this? Sorry, it's telling me one stupid silly thing. Give me 1 sec, people. It's telling me one silly thing here. What's this? Blah 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 blah. No, I don't care. Thank you. There we go. Create clips. What the fuck is this shit? How do I remove this shit? Show web. No, but how do? Is this like permanently there? How do I remove shit, people? I'm a teacher. I'm not used to deal with this shit. There we go. Let me give me a second, people, because I think here. Wait a second. What's this shit? Sorry, I was clearly not prepared for the for everything. What's this? That it does that. That it does that. Remove it. How do I remove this shit? Let me check. How to remove that shit? There. Hang on a second, because it's otherwise it's blocking my. Have to adjust that. That wasn't there before. That definitely wasn't there before. That wasn't there before. What did they put there? Hang on, people. Hang on. Give me a freaking sec. There we go. Give me a freaking sec, people. There we go. Management. Management. Let me check it out. Perfect. This should remove it. This should remove it perfectly. Good. Sorry, I was organizing my interface. There we go. Sorry, I was organizing my interface, people. I was organizing my interface. As... Okay, good. I was organizing my interface because it added this stuff at the top of my chat. This is something that wasn't there last time. Okay, don't worry. Don't worry, people. Don't worry. There we go. There we go. Magnificent. Okay. Sorry for the delay. Sorry for the delay, people. Sorry for the delay. Sorry for the delay. I wanted to deal with that because they added some shit that I still don't fucking control. For example, they added a thingy there to clip moments for the stream, and it blocks the chat, and it blocks the chat in that sense. There we go. Management. Nice. Come on. Defeat the leech. Defeat the annihilator. Earth Grotto. Alright, it's over there. It's over there, people. It's over there. In that sense, I like the fact that it guides you with the line there. That's something that they should add in a lot of other games. There we go. Nice. Second, sorry, it's just that. Sorry, it's just that with those. One remaining monster, people. There we go. Annihilating leech beasts. Okay. This thing. seem to be dying. There. Not bone received. Defeat the Lich Beasts. Nourish the Orchidaceae vitae. That means life. The Orchidaceae vitae in Artaea Sanctum with fertilized earth. Alright. Alright. Okay. The Orchidaceae vitae. What the... What on earth? Let me check that out. There. There. Asia Big Town. Let's go. New skin mask, archmage mask, blah 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 blah. There we go. I love as I said, the influence of the graphical quality on the gameplay mechanics. It's perfectly dark. It's perfectly dark. So you can spot where the attacks come from in a lot of cases. Huh? Let's go back to town. Then I can teleport here. Besides, I want to see where in the map I am. I want to see where in the map I am, because at this point I am already lost. I'm already lost. In that sense, let me check it. Let me check it, people, because I don't know where. Hang on. Where's the other one? The other one. This one. Aha. We're still at Lor'Tac, right? Okay. Land of the Immortals. We didn't go there. Quasi. Haven't gone there. So the overall journey of the game so far, it has been like that. You start in Dew. You start here at Dew. All the way here, all the way here. Here you get to Tegan's Wall. From here you get to the Northlands. Northlands you go to Murdoch. Murdoch's. Whatever. Murdoch. From here you go to Atlantis. Here, if you don't skip things. Don't skip. From here to Lor'Tac. And from here, I presume the ending of the game is here. Then the question is, if the ending of the game is here, because this is where we are, what is this land of immortals, Quasar? Here, this looks like a desert. Like, these are like end games. These are like end game. Okay. These are like end game. Level 45 though. Then no. We've already made our way past that zone. Then when maybe we are sent from here to here, and from here to the parallel world, or from here to the Blind Immortal and the parallel world. Well, I don't know. But no, because of this purple rupture there that I see, YOLO boss dungeon, it should be right. I love how it says 44. We all know that that's not a 44 dungeon. You need level 48. I don't know why they did that. Okay. Let us go here. Success in the Cradle of Death, mortal. This has brought you one step closer to the world, Hardy. So if Baylor truly dwells there, as the Ferryman said, he must go there and put a stop to him. Done. Cradle of Life. Nourish the orchid with fertilized earth. Do I have the fertilized earth? Yes, I have the fertilized earth. Earth. Okay. Let me put it here. No, this is the workbench. No, this one. This one. This one. This one. This one. See the irony. This one is a legendary and it gives you less stats. It gives you less stats. Uh, it gives you less damage. Weird. How about the critical value? Look at the critical value. And the critical value. The critical value. It's a lower level. The critical value is much better. Here I have to extract the crystals or whatever. Let me sell that one. Let me sell this one. Let me sell this other one. This one. And this one. This one. And this one. I have them all. I have them all there ready to. Diligent gnome. Whatever. There. I have them all there ready to separate. How was this thing? I think I remember. Gems or recipes, equipment crafting. No, the other one. The other one. There's one that separates the separates the stuff. Damn it, I don't remember which one. No worries, people. No worries. Jeweler works on gem and items. This one is. This one, this one, this one. Let me place it here. Yes, yes, yes. Give those back to me. Oh well. No, I don't think I need to do that though. Good. Then this one. Hey, open workbench. You can access a workbench like from here. Yes. Open that one. We open that one. I guess they help somehow. Their stats are generally not precisely what make a huge difference between life and death, but it all helps, right? Okay. So now resistance to values here. What's that one? That one? The effect of that one, please. There we go. Thank you. Armor. Yeah. Nice. Do I have any other sockets left? This one. I'm not even looking at what they do, people. It's more to clear the inventory. It's more to clear the inventory rather than anything else. It's the crystal. This one. And the rest we can sell it. Ice resistance, well, I don't know. Whatever. Whatever ensures that I don't die in one blow, I guess. Pretty much. Whatever ensures that I don't die in one blow. In that sense. Good, good, good. Blacksmith. Then I will sell all of this stuff. Like District told me to sell all of my stuff. We sell stuff. Health points, armor value. Why is this negative? If it deals more, if it's better than the one that I'm using. Block value. Hang on. Why is it that it has a negative there, my lord? Why is it that it has a negative one there? Because if you think about it, it's better. It's better. It's much better. Antique Atlantis Orb increases the armor, increases the resistances, increases the blow. It's the same. And unique value. No, it's just because of the enchantments. Or what? No, then we'll swap it. It's a bit misleading, eh? If you think about it. Here. Chuk, chuk. We unlock those 2 slots. That one and this one. Perfect. Ah, right, it's the same. We have to. What about this one? Ah, because it provides block value and armor value. Okay. Because it provides 2 stats that you don't get with the other one. But you get 60 resistances. Yeah, it would lose a bit of armor value. Values on this item. Yeah, but look at the health points. It has more block value, of course. Because of the enchantment that it has. Okay, it has more block value. Because of that. But the other one, it's 20% versus 77 points. Interesting. Interesting. Ah. Yeah, but this one provides 1,000 health points. What's my total health? 76,000. Yeah, it will help me not die, I guess. It will help me not die. I'll give that one. Oh, offhand orb. Yeah, I'll give that one. For now. No, here. I'll give that one for now. I'll keep this one just in case I get killed. But yeah, the extra health points should help me. The idea is that I shouldn't die so fast and easily, in that sense. Where's the objective? It generally shows the objective with a blinking one. No whole turn. In Artaeus Sanctum. From River Delta. Artaeus Sanctum. My lord. See why it's so difficult to navigate still with Dwarven Expedition. That is a Dwarven Expedition, okay. Now hold on. Yorotl. Don't tell me it was in a different section. No. It's that one. It has to be that one. This one? Agathons? Now. This one? This one. Ferryman's Path of Fire. Jalnir's Cradle of Frost, but the River of whatever the fuck should be here. The River of Souls. Sorry, I said the river. This one? In honor of Hartaya? Well, let's go there. Yeah, no worries, we'll pay this time. No worries at all, people. We'll pay that time. Okay. We must have skipped something. Definitely. Weird. I killed. Doesn't this guy drop it? I must have skipped the loot or some shit like that. Must have skipped the loot, you know, because I must have skipped the loot or something because we need a bit more of damage here. We need a Frost Nova. There we go. We need. I should always use it, but since it deals melee. I generally don't use it. Nourish the Arcadia Vitamin. But in order to nourish the thingy, I first need the key to enter. Now I have it. There we go. I skipped the loot. I had to skip the loot. See, it's so unintuitive. Like I did use it because I know I know how it works already. But any normal player, well, every and it's understandable and natural. Like it doesn't tell you, like what I like why. All right. It didn't indicate me the objective. You know that's the problem, people. The arrows there on the ground should have redirected to the guardian to loot the key if it was the objective. If it was the objective. Arcadia Vitae, there we go. Speak to the goddess. The first step in restoring balance hath been done. Continue on this path to advance on Baylor and smite him down. Sorry. Smite him down with divine force, thou must not fail. The enemy hath desecrated the holy springs that breathe thriving life into this place. Retrieve the water pearls and re-sanctify the springs, that the seed, so the seeds may once again be nourished. I don't know why they. So I don't know why they included that instead. Retrieve the water. Retrieve 3 water pearls from the thieving Orbax at the Holy Spring. Is there? At the Holy Springs. There. So yeah. There we go. There we go. There. Here, in this zone. In this region. Let's do this, do that, fuck it, yeah. And the interface, I cannot fucking see it. That's I can see it, but it's like they kind of like the water spring on the waterfall. We sanctify the whole 330. Okay, perfect. Perfect 330. I'll remember it to then to then to then spot it. Ah, and I need another key. You have to get the key every time you get here. Okay, we know the drill, people. So, for key, we have to beat this guardian again. So you have to beat the guardian every time you enter. Interesting. Interesting concept. So, yeah, it should be yeah, that one. Let's see. My fucking god, if this is who had this idea? Really, people, who had this idea? Who? Who the fuck had this idea? Like, who? In that sense, who had this idea, people? Who had this idea of who had this idea of forcing the player to to redo this boss fight just to get the key to enter the dungeon every time? Oh shit. Damn it, no. Who had this idea, people? And there it drops. I get the key. I think I saw it there. Holy water? Do I get the key? I think I saw it. Yep! You have to beat the guardian every time you enter. You have to beat the guardian every time you enter. It's like, it's okay. It's, see these people. It's like, it's a polite game. It's a polite game. You have to knock on the porter's door every time. Hey, I came to see the goddess. Came to see the goddess. Yeah, the thing is that you have to kill it, right? That would be with having a porter like there, but that would be the problem with having a porter right there. That you have to kill it. But well, it's like knocking at the door. It's like knocking at the door, people. Mm. Mm. Hey, holy water. Speak to the goddess again. Thou hast done well, mortal. The holy orchids of life are growing. The power of life blooms anew. Soon thou canst harvest. We'll be able to harvest the stuff. The harvest is nigh, mortal. Gather bright seeds of the heavens and unite them with mind blessing. The seeds are thine key to transforming the fruit of life. Collect a red seed from heavens, from the corrected protector of life. Blah 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 blah. There we go, people. There we go. There we go. There we go. Mm-hmm. There we go. Maybe that one should do it. Okay. So yeah, pretty much. Today we analyze the economic system of the game. And as a wrap-up, I would say that the game is grindy, but not as much as the South Korean MMORPGs that it takes the inspiration from. If you think about things like Lor'Tac or whatever, shit. Um, they're extremely grindy and with group content and everything. So, yeah, pretty much. Collect the blue seed of the heavens from the corrupted Scoropital. Okay. But if you think about it, taken all things taken into account, the game could have been much more grindy. So yeah, pretty much in that sense, they were quite reasonable. There we go. See? Yeah. See. Shit. I want to make it to level 49, people, in case you're not you're wondering. I want to make it to level to level 39 to level 49, so at least I don't have problems in a while, because I don't like bothering here my friends. Switch to farm them. There we go. Combine the seeds of the heavens at the workbench. Don't know this again. I would love to know where... And bring the braces to the goddess in her sanctum. Same shit. Well, first of all then, if it respond, if it respond, if it respond, people, precisely, if it respond, if it respond, okay, if it respond, I'll get the key to enter right now. Let's see if it responds. The guardian again. Damn it, this is such a terrible mechanic. Like, you are forced to farm the key again. To farm the key again. There, it should appear again, and I have to farm the key again, indeed. Oh my god. Who had that idea? I cannot fathom a developer having the idea of forcing... Imagine a developer forcing the player to... I love how that attack doesn't deal any damage, and it should be like the the ultimate powerful attack of the mage. 1 minute cooldown, and it doesn't deal a lot of damage. I love it, I love it. I love how the basic attacks deal more damage. Shit. Forgot to move. Well, I didn't forget to move. Well, you need to collaboratively you see one of our reactive member. What? Spreading eternal cycle. Well, see, this is the pretty much the cost of opportunity that I was mentioning about the game. The cost of opportunity. Wait, I killed it. Key to Sanctum. Yeah, it was a draw then. It was a draw, people. Would you look at that? It was a draw. It was a draw. It was a draw. Look at that. See? I left out with my dignity intact. No. No, I just couldn't click correctly. I just couldn't click. I couldn't click. The mob was so big that I wanted to avoid the attack, and it didn't work. Nah. No worries. Where is it? Combine the seeds of oh shit. And I don't have a workbench here, right? To almost write them out. Defeat 60 foes in the ah no. Okay, my bad. My bad, people. Wait. Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. Alright, we'll have to do this. Damn it. This is bad on one hand because I had to do it again. But on the other hand, I love... well, it's good in the sense that it helps me expose the flaws of the mechanics. Like, imagine having to do this more than the amount... Like, you have to kill this thing just to enter and interact with the other NPC. Like, I honestly cannot fathom what the developers were thinking, what is the point of that at all in that sense? What is the point of that at all in that sense? Terrible, terrible, terrible. Like, it feels so unnatural for for the game. This one, Cradle of Life. All right. It's Cradle of Life. I'll remember that one. Cradle of Life, Cradle of Life, Cradle of Life. I need to remember those ones. I need to remember those. Have to go back there. Where's the Cradle of Life? The Parser Workbench. Parser Workbench, people. I learn. I'm learning. I learned my lesson here with this. No, no, not there. This blue seed, green seed, red seed, and the blessing. We combine them. And we get a white seed. Bright seeds of the heavens. There we go. Now, I use the teleportation stone and go back. Right there. It'll pedally. No, ocean. Cradle of Life. There. We go back there. Yeah, pay the money. No worries. And with that, how do we enter there? Oh, darn it. Shit, that clipping. That clipping is so cumbersome. I cannot believe that you have to beat the Guardian every time. You want to talk to the goddess there. Have you ever seen, like... There we go. It feels like a race. We get in there with the key from the other from the other boss. There we go. And with that, we should be able to get here. Offer the bright seeds of the heaven. Thou hast done well, mortal. Now life can grow strong. 3 out of 4. Thou hast gathered the bright seeds of the heavens. Use them well. When the power of the Creator shines upon the flower of life, it will blossom. Take the seeds of the heavens, let the life of the Creator shine upon the flower of life, and then my power will reach its peak. Were it not for my bindings, I could grant thee more help. Oop. 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 We can... No, this one is like a side quest. Animate the first beam with the seeds of the heavens to open the sanctum. Okay. What time is it? Alright, it's 9 p.m. It's 9 p.m. for me. 9 p.m. for me, people. We'll leave it here then. We'll leave it here. People, first of all, thanks from the bottom of my heart to David, to DL Juvenov, from the bottom of my heart. He also streams, says Flying Energy is here. He's also streaming, really nice dude. So also to his great channel. Same goes for BJ Phantom and of course Flying Energies himself. A deep thanks to the brother of Flying Energies from the bottom of my heart. Thank you to you as well, Flying Energies, bro. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. And I need to remember to also thanks to Paintrick, of course, always for visiting at the beginning, to district of course, and yeah, I need to remember to enlarge the face of the koala there because it's way too small. Also, thanks to more kid from the bottom of my heart for also uh, dropping those nice emotes there. Um, and deep thanks to both of you, the brother of Flying Energies, to Flying Energies himself for the raid. Of course, always I deeply appreciate it. And to of course to David as well. Thanks. And nice for meeting me. Thanks for meeting you as well. Okay, so thanks to all of them right at the beginning of the stream. Thanks to anyone thanks to all of the people over at Discord as well, of my Discord server. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. And thanks to anyone in general who might have taken the time to watch this as a YouTube VOD or a Twitch VOD in the future, people. Alright? So, and also thanks to. Wait a second, I'll check because then I only opened it. Thanks to. I think it was right here. No, it's okay. Thanks to an old viewer over at YouTube, but I already wrote to him. Thanks to an old viewer over at YouTube there that he always visits me. to Bass, if you are watching Bass, I know that you like YouTube a bit more, Bass, but if you are there, well, in case you drop by the stream, thank you from all my heart as well. Okay, people, it's been my pleasure. We will continue tomorrow potentially. Then I will adjust. It's not definitive. It's not that it will be Wednesdays. I'm still adjusting the schedule. I'm still adjusting the schedule to everything that we are doing here. I'm still adjusting the schedule. I don't know. I still haven't defined the days. So for now, it will be whenever I can. You know that I have to do other things. So whenever I can. For now. But then I will adjust the schedule. For now, I've assigned it to Wednesdays. But it's like just as a preliminary, uh, like schedule there. It's like a preliminary schedule there. Pretty much. So pretty much. That is the thing. There we go. So thanks from the bottom of my heart, people. Thanks from the bottom of my heart. And see you all in the next one. Have a great week. And so far today, we've analyzed the economic system of the game. Right? So pretty much we are done with all of the aspects that I could think about. Pretty much the economic system of the game, as I've said, it would have benefited from an auction house because the interaction is kind of like, even if it's an online game, is isolated to the own economy of the player. But well, regarding that, you have the 6 talking points in the rest of the video. Thanks from the bottom of my heart. Thanks to Patrick Flying Energies, District Flying Energies brother, to David, and to Morakid as well. There. Thank you. Thanks to all, and special to Flying Energies and District, of course. People, it's been my pleasure. See you all in the next one. See you all in the next one. We'll see what I have to adjust the schedule. Everything is still preliminary. It's still preliminary regarding the schedule. Then we'll start switching things so I can adjust them. Pretty much. For now, we'll do what we can. We'll adjust it. Some days it will be one, some days maybe the other one, until I can adjust everything appropriately. as I've said, sorry, deep sorry. I'm deeply sorry, people. If you want in that sense a specific um, uh, hour and date, but it pretty much is what I can do with my real life obligation. People, it's been a pleasure. See you all in the next one. Have a great week. Bye bye, bye bye, people. It was a quite nice and amazing and happy first affiliate stream. It's an honor. It's an absolute honor, people. You all honor me with your presence, and I deeply appreciate you all. But beyond everything, for your amazing company. So we'll continue with Drakensang Online and with Titan Quest in the next one. Bye bye, people. Bye bye.